This currently lives in my garage. My husband wishes it didn't, but it does. I think it's no secret on this channel that I absolutely love my Ocedar bucket mops, and I've been reviewing and raving about their spin bucket mop systems for many, many years. And obviously this should go without saying, but none of this is sponsored. Ocedar doesn't know I exist. I wish they would. I am not getting compensated for any of this by Ocedar. None of this was sent to me. I purchased this all with my own money, so I'm offering my own genuine opinion on this. There are some distinct differences and features in both systems. So in today's video, I'm going to be answering the question, do you really need both systems? Which system is better? And I'm also going to go over the different features, and the last one is really what sold me on which system is the best one. All right, let's start testing both systems by filling up our buckets with water. And if you're taking a look at this water reservoir for the flat mop and you're thinking there's absolutely no way this is enough water to mop my entire floor, I want you to wait to the end when I show you how much water I had left over after mopping my floor twice. And just for comparison's sake, I'm going to take my full water reservoir and I'm going to pour it in my Ocedar bucket just so you can see how little water this is actually taking compared to the size of the spin bucket mop. Now, as you can see, this is not a lot of water. If I were to use the same amount of water as I did for my flat mop system and put it into the bucket mop, this is barely covering the mop head itself and barely saturating it. So already we can see the amount of water required with both systems is completely drastic. With the Ocedar bucket mop, you are going to need a lot more water compared to the flat mop system. This had me very doubtful that I could cover my entire floor with such a small amount of water, until of course I actually tried it out. So because this is not going to be enough water for my spin mop system, I am going to fill it up like I normally would when I'm using the spin mop system. And just for comparison's sakes, I do have a kitchen scale here that is able to weigh up to 10 pounds. And when I put my Ocedar bucket mop on it, it went into error because it was obviously over 10 pounds. If I had to estimate, I would say this was probably around 15 pounds. However, then when I compared the flat mop system, I put it on the scale with the water, it was just over 5 pounds total with the entire system. However, let's actually move on to the cleaning, because just because it's lightweight or easy to use doesn't mean it's necessarily going to be better at cleaning, and that's really where it matters. I'm going to be comparing both systems, doing what I normally do with the clean. So first of all, I love to use it on my walls. So I'm going to compare the spin mop system on my walls. It's relatively easy to use, and I am able to extend the pole to reach all the way up to the ceiling, so there's really no problem there. However, one of the things that I did notice is that particularly the blue mop head was leaving residue on my walls, so it was snagging. Because of the material that it's made of, for some reason it tends to pull, and if you have a textured wall, it's going to snag your brush head, and it was leaving just very faint blue fabric on my wall. Okay, now moving on to the flat mop system for the walls. I did notice that as soon as I put it on the walls, it stuck onto the walls really well. It wasn't really going anywhere, and it was a lot easier to glide up and down. And the fact that it's a nice rectangle shape really helps me keep track of where I was wiping the walls. Also, I didn't experience the issue of the flat mop head leaving behind any kind of residue, whether it was fabric or dirt or anything at all. The mop head itself was not snagging on my textured wall, but it was wiping off the dirt so much better than this mop head was. Now moving on to the cabinets. So I've always in the past have used this system right here to wash my cabinets, my range hood, and it's always done a really, really great job. However, now that I'm comparing both systems, when I started with the spin bucket mop system, I did notice that although it was doing a really, really great job, because of the head and the fibers, it wasn't wringing out as much water, and so it was sloshing just a little bit more water around than I like. But even with it run out pretty dry, I still noticed there was a little bit more moisture behind compared to when I started using the flat mop. And when I was using the flat mop system on my cabinets, it was also a lot easier because of the design of the flat mop. Having that rectangular shape, again, those edges, I was able to get on top of my molding. I was able to get into the grooves of my cabinets themselves, and it was just a much easier process. Also, I noticed that there wasn't any moisture dripping down at all. Okay, now moving on to cleaning under appliances. In the past, I have always loved the Ocedar because of its slim design. And in the past, whenever I would clean under my refrigerator, oven, or dishwasher, I was always able to get in at least an inch or two under the appliance and really get a good scrub. So overall, I've always been really, really happy with this mop when it comes to really maneuvering under small and tight spaces. However, as soon as I tried the flat mop system, system and I compared it, I was able to get in so much further under appliances than I've ever been able to get into with this system here. Because of that slim design, I was able to really get under the dishwasher, under the oven, almost all the way completely under the refrigerator. Okay, now let's move on to actually mopping the floors. I divided my living room and entryway into half, and the first half I did with the spin bucket mop, and the second half I did with the flat mop system. Now, I've been using the spin bucket mop system for many years and I absolutely loved it. So it was obviously not something new to me to go ahead and clean my floors with this system. However, lugging around this bucket, I'm not going to lie, after comparing to the lightweight of this system, was honestly a huge stark difference. I noticed it right away. One of the things that I really do appreciate about the spin bucket system is the fact that the fibers are really good for deep cleaning your floors. So if you have stuck on messes or maybe an area that's a bit more grimy and you really need a deep clean, this does a really great job of that. I found that the longer fibers of the mop head did a better job holding on to warm water and made the mop head slide around the floor a little bit easier. And so I felt like if I really need to get in there and do a really deep scrub, I had enough moisture in the mop head to go and really get a good scrub. The other thing that I've always really appreciated about this spin system is the fact that I can buy these little scrubby attachments and I can attach these and really scrub either my patio, I can scrub my deck, or I can scrub my floors if there's some kind of residue that's really stubborn and stuck on. Overall, this mop system did a fantastic job. I went over that area twice. I went against the grain, and then the second time I went with the grain of the floor to really get a deep clean. This particular system does not separate the dirty water from the clean water. You can buy that Ocedar system and I do have it, but I prefer this one. The only issue that I noticed is that I had to lug around this bucket along with me, and that became a little bit heavy, especially if you have a multi-level house and you are walking up and down the stairs. Carrying this bucket right here, it does tend to be challenging. The only other negative really that I would point out about the spin system is the fact that if you have floors that are 100% hardwood or they are sensitive to moisture, you have to be so careful to really wring out the mop head for this system because it does hold on to more moisture. All right, now moving on to the flat mop system, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I split the floor in half and I went ahead and I just filled up my little bucket, and as you can see, it's so lightweight, I can honestly toss it from one arm to the next. And so I just went to town. Very similar system. I am going to get my mop head wet. I'm going to wring it out. The one thing that I want to mention is that this system separates the clean water from the dirty water. So every time that you are going back in, you are able to put fresh water onto the mop head and then wring it out. And so the dirty water will actually sit in this chamber right here, leaving the clean water for you in here to use. Now, same thing, I mopped the floor twice, once against the grain and then once with the grain to make sure that I covered the floor and I was able to really do a great job. I will say there was a little bit more tug and a little bit more friction with this mop head simply because it did end up drying out a little bit faster and sooner than this one, again, because this was holding on to more moisture. This one I was able to wring out a lot more. I was re-wetting my mop head a little bit more with this system right here, so I was definitely nervous about running out of water, especially since I was doing a double mop. However, I was very generous with coming back and re-wetting it as needed, and in the end, as you can see, as soon as I was done mopping the entire floor twice, this is how much water I still had left in the system. Now, this just shows you how little water this actually needs to clean your floor. All right, now that my entire floor is looking delicious, not delicious, nice and clean, I also wanted to show you how much dirt each system pulled out. So I'm going to do a water dump with you guys and show you exactly. So as you can see, the water is pretty dark. And the reason for that is because it never mixed in with the clear water. So what you're getting here is strictly just the dirt coming off the mop head and it's not diluting with the clean water. Now, when I did the water dump for the Ocedar bucket mop, as you can see, it's actually quite a bit lighter. And the reason for that, it's not because it picked up less dirt. It's simply because it wasn't separating the dirty water from the clean water. So you're getting a diluted mix of clean water mixed with the dirt from the mop head. Okay, now that our floors are clean, I do want to talk about the attachments really quick. With the spin bucket mop system, the attachment pulls off and you're able to toss it into the wash. This is pretty convenient. However, if you take a look between the difference of pulling off the flat mop system, it's just a flat, like, pancake-like piece of cloth, which I feel like tends to be washed a lot faster and easier. And as you can see, it has less fibers, it's less bulky, it's just easier to toss in the wash and be done with it. Do you need both systems? And my answer, honestly, it's a maybe. And the reason I say that is because if you already have this system, I say don't throw it away. The reason being is because if you ever need to do a really, really deep clean where you just need to go in and get the floor sudsy and wet and just really go in and do a good scrub, or if you genuinely just need to go do a good scrub like this, you can use this system because sometimes for bigger jobs and heavier duty jobs, this right here is going to be your best friend. However, if you don't have this system and you're deciding between the two, I would say to go with the flat mop system. And the reason is I have actually quite a few reasons, but my first reason being the fact that it's so lightweight. I can run it up and down the stairs. I don't need to have two mop systems, one for upstairs, one for downstairs. This is all I need. I can stick it into a narrow corner of my closet. It's just very easy to maintain. The second reason is the fact that it requires so much less water than this. The third reason is the fact that it separates its dirty water from the clean water. And a little thing that I like to do, honestly, is I will actually keep this in my pantry for the entire week for touch-up cleans because of the way that the mop is suspended in here. It's never touching dirty water, so it doesn't start to stink. So what I like to do is I will stick this into my pantry and with my mop head sticking up kind of like in this chamber right here. And if there's ever anything that I really quickly just need to grab a mop and wipe it down, I already have this available. I've already tested this so many times and it has never once stank. And then at the end of the week, I just dump it and I replace it with fresh water. And then my final reason for why I prefer the flat mop system over the spin bucket mop system is the design of the mop head and the cloth itself. The fact that it's a rectangular with sharp edges, I'm able to get into nooks and crannies, that I'm able to really go into my baseboards, into corners of my house, into my cabinets. I really love the shape and the fact that when I'm cleaning my walls, I'm able to cover more surface area. To say that this flat mop system for me personally trumps the spin bucket mop system after my many years of love of the spin bucket system, it's honestly wild to me, but genuinely I find that I reach for this so much more than I do for this. This currently lives in my garage. My husband wishes it didn't, but it does. Because I already have it, I'm going to keep it because I do genuinely think this is such a good system, but for more frequent everyday use, especially if your floors are more sensitive to water, go with this guy right here. And I'm genuinely curious if you have tried out both systems, which one do you prefer? I would love to read that in the comments. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I've been just enjoying reading all of the comments and creating community on here. So just want to say thank you guys so much for being here, liking, subscribing. I'll see you guys in my next one.